Good morning. Good morning. It is a beautiful morning. I'm looking out the window, and as you may have seen right from the opening shots, how beautiful the sunshine is. It is predicted to be a very warm day today. So hopefully it will be a mild warmth, not super hot. But Keza, good morning to you. I've noticed you've popped in. Lovely to see you here. And Michelle, howdy. A nice Friday. Exactly that. Ready for a weekend tomorrow. Definitely. I've got a family wedding tomorrow, so it's going to be a lovely day preparing for that today. So let's go over to the cards, shall we? Because there is things to do. And connecting with your psychic abilities, your spirit guides, all of that as well. And we've got Nat here. Good morning. Very warm day today. Yes, stay hydrated, everyone. Yeah, I think it was something in the 30s, wasn't it? So let's go over to the cards. Here we go. And how lovely, as the comment from Michelle, yes, it is. Family events can be very exciting, can't they? I know not for everyone all the time. But we're here to do the cards. There we've got the 5-card spread. It is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck as per usual. And we have the Owl card. Now we have got Corinna who's just popped in as well. Good morning to you. And we've got Susan here already as well. Beautiful photos. That one. Did I repeat myself? It almost feels like I have got an echo. I wonder if that's part of what the cards are bringing us. We've got the ring again in that central position, which we had the other day. Let's read this one. Now, the Owl card is suggesting to us health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, and faithfulness the best relationship. Ain't that the truth? Well, they're all great truths when we read the cards, isn't it? So with the 5 cards, we've got the stork in the home space. We have the ship in the workspace. It's the bear as the unexpected. We've got the well as our role. And as I mentioned, the ring in the outcome and that central position. So very much a cyclical thing happening of some sorts. So let's go up to the cards in a zoomed in way. And because I've got to actually do the slidey dover thingy I'll just move that out of the way, then it's not quite so glary. So and we've got, Alicia, you've just popped in with you. That's a beautiful photo there too. How are you? Now this is a general card spread reading, just to make that clear right at the start. It's not individual card pulls or answers. These are what you need to be helping yourself interpret as well, knowing your own life situation. And in the home space with the storks here, there's going to be some change. New things are happening. So it is shifting around what is our nest a bit. So be prepared for new things coming in. I think we have done a bit of clearing in the last couple of weeks. So have that expectation. Remember, the stalk usually is something about babies, new avenues, new pathways. It's a whole combination of that. It's about the change and the shift in the energies of what's coming ahead. And since this is a daily card spread reading, so it is that today expect some shifts and changes. So you might be rearranging furniture. You might be expecting someone to visit who is new to your home. It can be anything. So bring that energy in its fullness, and having that sort of, I mentioned family earlier. It can be the family getting in together to help with this shift, and bringing in the finer details to reorganize, to display, to tweak. It is about that final finish, I think, really. So see what that brings into your day to day as you're allowing that energy to flow through. And we come around the circle. No, not really. We are going directly over to the workspace and the business. With the ship, it's about being flexible, having that readiness to shift fairly quickly, not so quickly. It just depends on what the weather is around and about, in your workspace. So be open to what that, your sense of the fine tuning is something that's coming into my mind a bit. So it is tweaking, being ready to shift the sails, the direction of the tiller to go in the direction that you're needing to take it. Because usually a ship is about a long-term something. So you're doing the planning ahead and navigating towards what is that longer term. It could be that you're having a spot of time for holidays, or preparing for the holidays. I mean, I know that we've got a lot coming up because it's heading towards Christmas. I saw only 7 something until Christmas and whatnot. The pre-warning of what is our community type stuff in our communities for most of us in the Western world, because it's not this, it's not the assumption that the Christmas celebrations are for everyone, but it's certainly there's times of the year that certain planning for business and work happens. So that's what I feel this is tweaking that direction that we're taking our workspace. And just putting a little note in my Soulpreneurs app, because I can see that I've got that going. It is working. Now, so with this, we're going to shift the cards up. Oh, my mouse didn't work. The mousey didn't want to work. Here we go. We're shifting up now with that unexpected energy. It is going to be the bear that pops in and helps throughout the day. Now, the bear is more of a work type of a card, so I would expect that that's going to be the grift, the strength, and that for if we're shifting furniture and stuff around, that's what the bear is going to be present as, a good, stable, nurturing, doing things in the right time and all of that through the day. But it's that quietness, that doing things quietly under the waters, so to speak, and getting things done. And that's certainly it with the connection that it's going to have in your workspace with the ship, that combination. With the stork, the bear and the stork is going to get things done as well, and bring a little, help with that, taking the time to have a bit of a break and a rest and look after yourself as you are doing the work side, that's going to be part of that change in your home space today. So now we're going to move down to our well, and I do need to shift the table. There we go. And for ourselves, as part of this influence in our day with the work and home, it is being able to dip into that well, have a closer look at what you're needing, at what else there is that's speaking to you through the day, so that you can have the better understanding of what's needed from you in this instance. So this is what is coming in from your own influence. And good morning, Caitlin. Just saw your comment there. Wonderful to have you. And we also have you saying hello, puppies. At the moment, it's only Oreo, but I am expecting an extra puppy, an extra dog next Tuesday, but we'll introduce you then. So here we go. With the well, have that closer look. What is it that you're needing to pull out from that depth and into your experience today that's going to be useful, even if it's not useful, enjoyable, that's going to be needed for what you're doing in your work or your home space. Okay. And then what we have back at the central with the ring, it is making those promises to self. So for today, some of those commitments to you, yourself, others in your day will be different to what they were the other day. And the outcome will still be on that cycle of what is your journey. So trust that what you are stepping into as your pathway in your day-to-day, it is your life, and you are responsible for what you're bringing up from your resources, how you are working it with the bear influence popping in as the work or the home spaces, because what else is there? I think this spread really does say it, as far as, what else is there in life? Here is that in the middle, the enjoyment, the underlying factor, the column of sometimes it is a bit of work, but it's nurturing too. and seeing what else there is that we can learn from for ourselves, from our inner self, from that comes from spirit, and really gives that gorgeous glow and gem quality to our day. So tap into your ring energy. We do sense it a lot of the time. Other times we seem to forget that it's not a start and a finish. It is actually a continuum. And we are, it's not like a hamster wheel. We can still change up what the perspectives are of how we're seeing what we're doing in our home or our work. So let that shine happen and, do the polishing effect of that gem that's there as well, so that it really is, by the end of the day, you'll have clarity around what would have happened earlier and the present moment now and what might be for tomorrow. So there you go. And Sandra, you've put here today you're feeling that we might discover something that we thought was gone. Yeah, rediscovery. Yes, that's a good summary. I like that interpretation. That is good. Thank you. It's not something that, and I'm getting a yes on something there. Life itself, I think, is a continual. Oh, that was a bit out of line, wasn't it? I've moved the table too far. Different things pop up at different times as far as our interpretations go, doesn't it? And the different ways that we ourselves feel these cards. That's why I do encourage each and every one of you to take up the messages that Spirit's giving to you individually. And it's wonderful. Thank you so much, Sandra, to give a different perspective of the cards as well, because no two readers will read the card meanings in exactly the same way. And I really appreciate having that extra interpretation. Thank you. And Caitlin, thank you for the I'm amazing. Oh, thank you. You made me blush. Says a lot for you today. That's great too. Thank you. And loving the blue today. Isn't it wonderful? And interestingly enough, you see the colour there on the side of this and the colours here in the centre of this card, that purple. That's actually the colour of this tablecloth. And yet in the light from outside, it's looking blue. Isn't it amazing? Like just the slight difference in light is putting an entirely different colour to all that is shining here. So it's amazing how our natural realm even changes our perspectives and what is, in actual fact, a reality, because it is a purple colour, yet it's shining and glowing a blue. Really interesting. Nice of you to point that out, because I hadn't noticed it. So thank you for that, Corinna. And Caitlin, what a good spooky. Well, it is, isn't it? We see as we see and interpret for ourselves, because we are here in this body that is our own. And we need to take responsibility for that level of understanding as we move through our lives. We can't compare ourselves to others, because that's not a truth. We just it's ourself within us that takes on the task of understanding what we're receiving. And that can be, you'd expect to have your eyes telling you the truth all the time, and yet they don't, like the colour change or difference there. And even what a particular card will mean to us personally. All of those different nuances are because we've lived a life that is only ours, and we need to continue that, but responsibly, and being responsible for ourselves and taking the time to sit out sometimes to be able to, in that quiet, understand even further those depths that the well is showing us for today, and just getting into doing the work like Bear is showing as well. So many different nuances in how the cards can be read, and thank you, Sandra. So move forward in really doing what you need to be you, the best you. And we've got Keza saying, thank you, have a beautiful day to everyone. And exactly that, move out and gratitude, trust in yourself and that connection that you have with your spiritual realm, and being, it's the good for all, really. And being that unconditional love, that loving agent out and into the world as you move around, whatever it is that you do. whoever you are as you continue the journey. And to you too, Sandra. Yes, exactly. So thank you. I'll be here tomorrow morning around the 8 o'clock. And until then, let's say namaste.